Alrighty, good evening, everybody. I believe we're on Fastest Book. We're on YouTube. Happy hour it is. We're having a bit of a nuance dealing with Twitter, X, and what's the other one? The other one, no, the Gramsters. That one, the Gramsters. Yeah, Gramsters, Tubesters, Xstamons. Um, all places to be. We are live. I'm hoping that this is coming through clear enough for you guys. Happy Sunday to you guys. Welcome to the I Am Urban Malachi-RESEAN show. This is endorsed and brought to you by evimeriaexpresshomes LLC. We're here to solve property owners' challenge in exchange for ownership and control of the property. In this segment here, what we're going to be doing in episode 10 and day number 6. We're going to be doing a 90-day cold calling challenge consecutively 90 days is what we are aiming and striving beyond for. We're seeing because we are firmly understanding that, or overstanding rather, as the saying goes, that if you aim for the stars, then you can pass the moon or you can hit the moon. But if you aim only for the moon, then who knows? You only hit whatever, you know. So we want to. I know that was pretty good. I know. I've been working on that one. However, what we are going to be doing this evening, because I've been noticing, and this is a happy hour, guys. Hope you guys got your drinks. I got mine. I don't know if you guys can see my drink or not, but it's good. It's a good drink. Hope you guys brought your drink. How all my troubleshoots seem to begin. I could be utilizing digital technology for the entirety of the day with not a seamless streaming nuance. But I'm gonna continue bringing the power of the technology and human demand as I have empowered in my ability, and bring to you a presentation that is of quality. And if it is live and it is broadcasting and you are in an interrupted service at the moment, I completely, wholeheartedly don't owe you an apology at all. Stream. So if you guys are running the playback, and you're watching this, you're not watching this live. And again, I thank you guys that are viewing it with us. If there's a disruption in it, please by all means disregard it. It'll come through clear eventually. As we move forward and proceedings this evening, I want to go ahead and begin what we are here to do, and that is to provide a service to the common community. We're a pillar in going to have this rightfully in the individuals who can use this as a resource guide and kickstarting their parabolic starts in real estate. And mind you guys, I started looking into real estate, so I don't think I've ever did a background on anything about my real estate. No, and I don't want to utilize you guys' timing up too much talking about myself. However, I first started looking into real estate back in 2017. All right, there we go. So I'm gonna give you guys a different point of view tonight. Hope you guys are able to see me, hear me clearly, and soundly. A bit of troubleshooting with the iMac. We're gonna get it together eventually. I just want to make sure that I have this here clear for you guys. But as long as we got our drinks, I think we're gonna do just fine. Okay. So cheers to you guys. All right. Without furthermore, so where was I? Oh, story time. Yeah. 2017 got started in real estate. Really was new into it. You know, I'm a young guy. I'm not one of those. I had a different start. You know, I didn't have a very fast start. I had a me start. You know, I didn't have anybody else kind of start. Like you could hear the different stories and you could parallel them too. But each story, if you ever really listen to them, they really don't have a parallel. They sound the same, and they have the as it's considered all things to be considered, they're the rags to riches stories. But I didn't have the rags to riches stories. I'm just being real with you guys. I had the like, maybe it will, maybe it won't story. Like it sounds passionate, but you're telling your just kind of stories you tell your neighbors about, you know. And you see how they react to it. If it's something that they find of desirable, then they'll get onto it too, sort of thing. But I didn't really take it serious, you guys. I'm being real with you. I didn't take it serious, and I would tell friends about it. I would be hanging around individuals. I would have partners about it. But realistically, it's because I needed to be all in, and I wasn't all in. I was in online sales, retail arbitrage, doing online stuff, and I was still into that. So I didn't have the 9-to-5 gig kind of rags to riches stories either. So I was a business owner, so I was doing what I felt as though that I should be doing. All things to be considered, and even with being able to be around my partner Marcus, who's a realtor, you know, he's telling me how these things are working in a stance. Whereas we're meeting up for biblical biblical studies at the time. So we're not even really speaking about real estate either. So it's like, well, he's kind of getting some of the stories. He's getting the wholesaling kind of thing. You know, he's picking up properties for a contractual basis. My apologies. I'm going to be using my tablet, so you will be seeing me having to disregard notifications because sometimes it will be important notifications on this tablet I will have to address. That's just, you're gonna have to deal with it. So with that being noted, I just really didn't have that. I didn't have that driven icebreaker for me. Really, let's be real. I didn't have that icebreaker for me. It wasn't real estate for me at that time. It was real estate. It was dealing with properties, you know, but it wasn't like where we are today. It wasn't giving me the ramifications of today. So I want to fast forward a little bit because I don't want to spend too much time into my story. Again, this isn't about me. This is about providing service to you. And I'm not looking to give you an obsessive story, but I'm just looking to impress upon you and state to you that it is possible. You know, somebody who could be at a very young age, at 19, who's a business owner and who's building the success stories, is also now building himself into a multi-billionaire mogul. So, you know, and we still have room for growth, even at this point in time in life. So with that being noted, I'm learning what this wholesaling strategy is, doing it the wrong way, you know, screwing up. I really, I'm telling you guys, I was not in a, as you can see today, the status where I'm building respectfully is at. So I wanted to just relay that on you guys, because I know I didn't give you guys like a real intro video about who I am, especially you guys watching me. So I believe that's transparency. Radical transparency is always what I'm going to be a successor of. And you'll find that a lot about me is that I firmly stand on integrity. So don't just ask me, find out about me. I'm a type of individual. Do your due diligence on me. If you haven't already, you ain't doing enough homework. So go do more due diligence on me, and you'll find out more about me. And come back and tell me what you like about me. All right. Thank you. Cheers. Now, as I continuously speak my confidence speech, because I'm here to impress upon not you individuals who are supporting me. I appreciate you guys for supporting me. This is for those individuals who don't support me, who are watching me, that are only here to see if I fail. Hi, I'm still here and I'm winning. And I got a team, an army of individuals who's coming along this time. So that's what the major difference of then and now is. So I've built over the time of learning over my 7 years of span of time, because most over 70% of businesses, 80% of business, 83% of business, of course, 70. Well, let's first, and let's put this into perspective. 80% of statistics are always made up on the spot. And if you didn't know, so 80%, so you got lies, damn lies, then statistics. And that was a statistic there. So almost 80% of businesses don't make it within the first 10 years. And obviously, cheers, we're still here. We're still standing tall. And so long as we continuously educate others, individuals, about this magnificent possession of a pasture that is completely unantiquated with the normalities of today, and is a means of a sacrificial for of not the necessity things, but actually being able to sacrifice that which you have, that you are willing to provide to see the success that you are willing to obtain. Okay, so in a layman's terms, I want you guys to be able to put your best foot forward so that you could be successful. And in order for me to do that, I want to make sure that I put it in a means that you can understand. But I'm also going to put it in a means that you guys get it, and that you guys understand why it took me 7 years to do it. And I'm going to take it from 7 years and place it in you guys within a 90-day span. But within the very first 7 to 14 days, you can lock in an agreement, so long as you take this thing serious, guys. Me not getting a mentor, an actual one-on-one mentor, and I'm telling you, my mentor is probably one of the sharpest ones you're ever going to find on this planet. So good luck. Warren Buffett is not him. Okay, so, and I'm pretty sure he's going to say something really humble and really exciting and say, well, look, man, I thank you for saying that about me. But no, I genuinely mean it. Like, he's probably one of the sharpest guys you're gonna ever meet. And Warren Buffett ain't got nothing on him. All due respect. He's may have the successor as a mainstream, but he don't know my pot, man. My guy likes to stay off screen, so I'm gonna keep him incognito if that's okay with him. I know I'm selfish, so well. Sometimes you have to be selfish to be selfless, okay? So with that being noted, I don't want to be before you guys long. I want to be able to utilize the ability to do the pivotal this evening and still have success this evening. With all be it that may have came before us that attempted to give us a little bit more upheavaling of what we could do as a alternative in the means of when there's a nuance that comes before us. You guys are able to see me. You guys are able to hear me clear. We're live. So all things to be appreciative of, all things to be gratitude of. So I want to make sure that I use the best case of you guys' time here on this Sunday, as this is going to be live streamed. However, the actual uploadings will not be till a later date. Wish for that to be accessible to everyone. So if you're watching it, great, you guys get it hot off the press. If you're not watching it till later, by all means, it's only going to be a few more of these that I do. And the 90 days is going to be free, but I'm going to be starting up, opening up a group for you guys. The group is going to consist of being able to have a community pillar base, so that you guys can actually get in contact with me if you guys are looking for one-on-ones, and get in touch with what actually has helped me in adapting and having success. I'm not here to brag or be braggadocious. I'm an individual who is content and fulfilled with life. And I continuously have growth within myself, 1% a day over a course of an extension year of 365 calendar days. You can grow over 36,000% just by simply constantly growing day by day. So my fulfillment and content today may not be fulfillment and content tomorrow. There's going to be always growth, and there's always room for improvement.
And that's how my success took off. That's how it became. I started to realize that within inside of this business, there was other means that I could put forth. And I found a deeper sense of overstanding with individuals on how to comprehend their solvents of their challenge. So tonight we're going to be talking about identifying lead challenges during a cold call. Most common cases, you'll find individuals who are in financial ruts are not always going to be open. So we want to make sure that we are dialing into what that individual's challenges are, and they're going to be fully compliant with it, because of the fact that if they're really in a circumstantial where they need help, they're going to get help. Okay, they're not going to look for a price. Price doesn't matter. Timing doesn't matter. What matters is, are they going to have their solution solved? Okay. A lot of it sounds good out there in the world, but it don't come with the tangibilities that we provide. It's just straightforwardness. And I've noticed over the years that a lot of individuals are, and I say a lot because it's majority of individuals who do this because it's mainstream, and that is they find a means to have a capacity of lack of understanding, of comprehension, and they only look at it as a dollar monetary gain. Yes, we're here for monetary gain. This is not a 501(c)(3). If you thought this was a tax-free organization, sorry, this is not it. Sorry. And I don't apologize to you guys. I don't owe you an apology. So sorry it wasn't for you. It was sorry for that you thought that was what you thought it was. It's not. And in fact, in many cases here, when we're talking to these individuals, we want to make sure that we get straight to the point. You know, we give them the information that we have on hand and concerns of their property, and they give us what they know from where they are today. It's just like being in the doctor's office. We got to get blood work. We got to get X-rays. We need to know what's going on. You tell me that you got just a couple coughs in your throat, and then find out you got lung cancer. It's that it's that serious. And if you don't get that serious in your circumstances of your business, you're gonna take everything as a flaunt, as a fluke. It's just reality. So, without further ado, no hoax here. I'm going to be toggling on and off the screen here, but you'll be able to hear my voice as I am live streaming because it is utilizing active, proactive data. So I should be able to flip on and off screen and provide to you guys the information, and you'll be able to still hear these phone calls. Eventually, we'll get it to where we could get individuals to dial in, they'll call in, and then we'll do our thing that way too. Whereas individuals are calling us, and we can accept the calls, and I'll start accepting calls on the weekends. I'll accept calls on the weekends. Oh God. Yeah. I'll start accepting calls on the weekend for now, for this 90-day challenge, and we'll see where it goes. So long as my availability is not crunched and I still have my time, which is the granted graceful time that I deserve, gratitude timing I deserve. So let's go ahead and see how this rocks and rolls. I'm going to place you guys over here. We're going to do a test run just to make sure that the live stream is still going to be able to be used. And I'm going to be assure that we can see on the other side by me placing it in this manner. All right, so cool. We're still live. You guys can still hear me. You just can't see me. Screen's going to be off. Anytime the screen goes off, please do not fret, do not fray. I am still here. And we are going to place the banner anytime I do go off screen. It's simply because we're using a pivotal moment. We're using a pivotal means to the actual camera and the software that I'm using. So it's a learning process here. So I love hearing that handsome man speak. Oh my gosh. Oh. I don't think Conceit had anything on him. He had nothing on him. All right. Let's jump into the portfolio, shall we? Oh, my apologies. A little fib there. We're jumping into the calendar. We're gonna use some calendar. We're gonna use some of these calendar leads. There's chock full of leads on this. We got leads in the portfolio. We got leads in the calendar. We got leads sitting beside us. I'm telling you, we're just cluttered with leads. There's no such thing as clutter with leads. It's just processing them for monetization. See? I'm telling you guys, I'm using this for growth as well. So this is advantageous for you guys to just pick up off of the once I have gained the knowledge, I relay it over to you guys. You guys prominently use it for what accessibility and resources you have to it. And the likeness of being able to do this all from your cell phone, which of course takes a bit more time, but hey, you know, I enjoy having to gain new knowledge in meaningful ways, in meaningful methodologies. Ooh. Let's just get spot. Oh, let's get the. Oh. And ooh, I'll use this address. Let's see what we get from this one. Can I use a external camera on here? That would be like so fire. Would they permit me to do such a thing on this? Let's see. Yeah, maybe not that. Huh? Maybe not that either. Let's see. Let's try it. Thank you guys for viewing. Thank you guys for dedicating your time out of your busy schedulings to watch me perform and provide value to you. That maybe you guys are looking for some extra income, or pardon, you guys are looking for some extra revenue, or this is for your retirement, or you just need a means to transfer your 401k funds that are just sitting there where individuals are gambling your money, and you're able to utilize this to actually perform and have a better outcome of those funds. And we ask that you like, comment, subscribe. If you have any questions, please drop them below. I found there's a nice little means to respond to you guys. So we can test that out while you guys are waiting, while I'm sort of doing 1 to 2 things at the same time. What I'm doing is I'm aiming to place you guys on the cellular device that I have in my hand, and also be able to provide value front screen here on the tablet. And if that device in front of me ever decides to get along with the program here, then we'll be utilizing that as well. So we'll be having a triplet of trifecta of devices going on here, so that we can utilize as much resources that I have in front of me to provide the proper amount of value, sumptuous value that you all are able to utilize today and have that immediate success. So far, what I'm doing right now, I am taking the address to figure out who owns the property. If you have not checked out the what our process is as far as when it goes to finding a property owner. So what I'm doing is, there was a lead that was inside of my calendar that did not have a name to it. So what I needed to do was check the public records. Remember, guys, we use neteronline.com. You can check out the very first 2 episodes, episode 1 and 2, to see how we go about so. And in the means of doing such, we're able to find out who has the rightful ownership to the property. And when we find out who owns the property, we give them a call and see how we're able to provide service in solving their challenge in exchange for ownership and control of their property. And if it sounds like I repeat the same thing over and over again because it's super simple and you guys are overcomplicating it, that's why. I'm going to keep giving you guys new ways of looking at it, different perspectives, and give you 1,000 different perspectives of how to do it. It's still gonna end up to the same circumstances results. There's individuals that are living inside of nice little boxes that have a top on top of them with people inside of them who have challenges, and we look to solve them in exchange for ownership or control, and we're compensated with the property. Or control. All right, so this property is actually on the market. Yes, this property. No, it's not. It was on the market, but it is no longer. So I don't know why Google says that it's on the market, but then it also gives a separate. So maybe these 2 cities are almost close nearby, and I'm not sure if it's being so that the city is closest, and because one is using one city on Nancock and the other one is using Keller. So I'm not sure if it's maybe an external, if it's causation or if it's a defect. But one is saying listed, but the other one is saying off market. So I'm gonna go with the one that says off market, and then I'm going to use truepeoplefinder.com. And what I would do is, because this local market here, it has a different methodology to getting in contact with their owners. So bear with me. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drop a nugget in that calendar notes to let it be known that we actually have to do a little bit of a deeper dive for this particular lead here, because the assessors in this county, you would either have to call the local tax collectors and find out who owns the property, because they don't provide online data, or the online data that they do provide is via a deed book, the actual deed booklet, but you have to go and script through each one, which is a bit more of a lengthier methodology. But it's not a nuance. It's just they have to have enough individuals to go and make a claim that the necessity of having their deed booklets on the record made to the actual public site, so that we all can actually have gained access to it. So if not, it'll continuously just be individuals who go in to live in person, and tangibly receive the deeds of records, which you guys can do in your local municipalities, or local court systems, to actually find the deeds of the properties and who's the controller of that property. All right, so on to the next one. Let's use that one to come back to tomorrow. I can actually do a deeper dive into that one. Again, because I have those already done, we're not going to use those. So, and Hampton City we've done already too. So we're waiting for certain cities to update before we dive back into them again, simply because once we go through them once, we already have them in our. We should already have them in our calendar, so they should already have a follow-up on them. So all we're going to do is just do a follow-up with them. And as we're doing a follow-up, what we shall do is use that for the live videos that we have here. So I'm going to do my best to get a call out this evening because, one, we got a evening start. And I won't make calls too nigh. However, I will get 1 or 2 in for you guys so that we are moving in the proper direction. So here we go. So found 1. I'm going to drop this here. 2, nice. Okay. I'm telling you guys, this is so super simple. You can do it through your cell phones. This business is strategic. You can do it from your cell phone. You can do it from your computer. You can do it from your laptop. You can do it from desktop. You can do it remotely. You could be in Canada. You could be in Japan. I would highly suggest that you check the rules and regulations, regulatories, law regulatories for that as well. Just saying. Hope you guys got your drinks this evening. Just saying. It's happy hour, guys. Hope you guys got your happy hour drinks. All right. So we're looking in this particular area in which is actually local to me. It's a locale. But I want to make sure that I actually find the rightful owner of this property. So what we do is we always use the assessor site to find it. Let's see. Ooh. Huh, there we go. Let's do it.
Welcome to Verizon's voice messaging service. To leave a message.
Devious triple tap. You guys know how we do it.
Welcome to Verizon's voice messaging service. To leave a message, please read. Welcome to Verizon's voice messaging service. To leave a message, please re-enter the number of the person you are calling, followed by the pound key. If you are a subscriber to this service, press the pound key now. Welcome to Verizon's voice messaging service. To leave a message, please re-enter the number of the person you are calling, followed by the pound key. Sorry, that was not a valid phone number. Welcome to
Well then, all right. So what I'm going to do about that one is super simple. I'm going to shoot them a text. Say, hey, if you guys haven't already checked out with us on our first, I would like to thank you guys for viewing. If you guys are catching this live, please like, comment, and subscribe. If you are not, if you're catching this on the replay, thank you guys for viewing. Please like, comment, subscribe. Please forward this to an individual who could use this, who are seeking for extra income, or maybe just need to sell their house for any reason under the sun, and that you need an extra advocacy to help or assist with providing them the same exact value, but you may not be able to relay the information at the ability that I am providing it to you at. So you may need me to relay it to them verbally so that you are placing them in the position where they can also have that resource. Be it may, if there's an individual out there who needs an extra hand in this to provide value as a resource, and you are checking out my videos and you know somebody who needs to sell their house for any reason under the sun, we also do referrals. So we do pay up to $1,000 per individual who brings us a lead that we close on, and that individual is paid out at the immediacy of our closings. So if that is you, swipe up or leave it in a comment or DM me. And we also have an email. Let's see the banner. Okay, all right, on to the next one. Hello, may I speak to Mr. Turner, please?
This is Mr. Turner.
How goes it this evening? My name is Malachi. I'm with evimeriaexpresshomes. Do you still own the property on Dwight Road?
I've never owned the property on Dwight.
You didn't? Okay. Would you possibly have access to the individual who owns it? Maybe.
Yes, sir.
No? Okay. Alrighty. So if you don't mind me asking, what's your relation to the property?
I have no relationship to the property.
Oh, you never? Okay. Alrighty. Well, I do appreciate you taking my call this evening, Mr. Turner.
Yes, sir. No problem.
Alright, you take care. Alright, guys. Can't get them all. Tomorrow we're going to do an early live stream. I want to do something a little bit different. I'm going to do a live stream. I'm going to do my best to get at least around 11:30ish. Did the best that I was able to get it to you guys today. Just wasn't happening. And in fact, we've tried several locations and it wasn't happening. Not on a Sunday. We've learned something new this Sunday that is just not gonna work. So tomorrow, Monday, fresh. We want to make sure that we provided the value to you guys. Again, the process is always the same, guys. We want to make sure that we're doing once we find the property owner. After our due diligence into the property, we want to make sure that we are giving them a DVS triple tap, giving them a voicemail call, shooting them a text message, and then we are either sending them a letter in the mail and or door knocking to provide them a service. Again, we are using sites such as Netter Online. I want to see if I could play with this thing. Let's try it. You're never gonna know unless you try it, right? So let's see if I can provide it. I'm gonna see if it'll let me place you guys on the screen while we're still live. While this is still live, I want to see if this still can work. It didn't do anything. It gave me a screen share accessibility, but it didn't give me anything else. Okay, guys. And I don't like doing the technical difficulties during while I have you guys here live on the stream, because this is being live recorded. So I will do some toggling in the backgrounds. But I do again appreciate you guys for coming in this evening, checking in. We are doing our 90-day cold calling challenge every day, calling individuals, getting them on the phone, seeing how we can provide them a service in solving their challenge, or providing them with a solution to their challenge, rather a service solution to their challenge. We'll see how we can provide a solution to their challenge, and in the means we may be compensated either control or ownership of the property. Who knows? So we won't know until we actually make those phone calls. So we're going to continuously knocking these phone calls out every single day. We're going to keep loading up the calendar base. Right now, I think I have a really tight scheduling. I'm doing everything under the sun to make sure we got more leads coming in, and the calendar is at least best with spacing. But I can only fit with so much in a day, as far as it goes with the calendar, and also placing this inside of my calendar. So I'm going to still provide the resources that I'm giving you guys. The information is still going to be coming. I'm still going to every day we're going to try to do some kind of innovative stance. I detest any nuances that can have a super troubleshooting, like such as today, where I just simply jumped on the tablet. And you guys are accessible to the challenge, to the challenge through my tablet. Eventually, I'll be able to do it through my cell phone too. Show you guys some stuff through the cell phone, and maybe even go out to do some door knocking. I got some Oculus goggles, or not Oculus, but I got the goggles. So I'll use the goggles, and so you guys can see the door knocking. I'll do like a short description of letting the individuals know, a disclosure or something of that nature. If they are individuals that in which we can provide it, we will find out works and kinks, how we can provide that service, how we can provide that solution for individuals, and we'll present that on here on the I Am Urban Malachi-RESEAN show. So I'm working every avenue here, and I'm going to continuously work those avenues without restraints. That's just how we are, how we're going to make this gumbo nice and saucious for us. Saucious. I like that. Saucious. It's not a word, but I'm going to use it. I like it. Might become a word. Might put it in the Webster Dictionary. Who knows? But without further ado, again, thank you guys for viewing. Hope this was of value to you guys. Maybe I said something within this presentation here that has provided a resource of newness and knowledge for you, and getting started in your real estate journey. Hearing out my background, how I got started in the real estate, how I go about making the phone calls, the sites that I use in order to get. If this is the first time you're viewing, I do want to say hello to you guys. They are in later of the evenings, to where some of you guys are digressing for the evening and looking forward the next day. And as you continuously watch my show, you'll have more of that openness and timing as you transition from out of your work schedule into now being able to do this as a full on daily on basis of entrepreneurship, and actually having that homeness inside of being responsible for your own wins and successors. So for now, I take full responsibility of the success that others are having under my leadership. And so far, I want to make sure that you guys are getting the best key factors that can subscribe your business into a fluorescent, so that you guys have a colorful and meaningful defined of what real estate is. Maybe I could take out some of those weeds that have been placed in our minds to have a leveling of foundation of that real estate is not a it's not a low barrier to entry for other individuals. Maybe I can knock that barrier down a little bit, for individuals to find an entry point for themselves. I didn't start at a very low barrier entry point. I started around individuals who are pretty high notched and high niche in this business. So I got in around individuals who are running the game. Some of these guys are commercial runners. Some of these guys are multi well-off individuals. So they own corporations and enterprises. So and some of them are political leaders. So you may not have the same starting as I did. You may not be able to get in with a Mr. Robinson as I did. You may be able to find somebody who are in that space, as we spoke before about RIA meetings, real estate investment associations, getting into your local RIAs, super Google search, simplemeetup.com, being able to actually find local RIAs in your area, to be able to get that access to other knowledge, and you'll be able to do a comparison check to see what works best for you, because there may be something that I do that others are not used to, and you may present it to them, and it may be new knowledge to them, and they come out and check the show, and they might bring some new knowledge to the show that they have used in their business that has success, and they may even be a guest on the show. Who knows? I'll take a guest on the show within the 90 days of our consecutive cold calling challenge. I don't mind. We're all here to win. So everyone at the top we're here to build each other. That's just how it works. Everyone else at the bottom are competing. So we are competing in a manner that we know that we can challenge each other. I might kick in your face, and you might take it as an insult, but someone might get kicked in the face, and they say, "Hey, well, look, now I know how to bob and weave. I know how to dodge that." And out of being able to bob and weave and dodge, now they know how to do some sophisticated things inside of real estate, or really a different of a protocol in the processes. So without furthermore, again, please like, comment, subscribe if this is resourceful to you. If you guys need getting access to the Evimeria library, getting access to our documents, real estate talk documents, shooting us an email is probably about the best thing. I'll put together some kind of cash app or something, some kind of bookkeeping method. I like to leave that stuff to the auditors. It's like they do that kind of stuff. That's busy work. I like productivity. I like getting things done that really matter. So all of busy work is for busy people. So auditors, they do all the busy stuff. Mortgage auditors, they do the busy stuff. Debt auditors, they do all the busy stuff. IRS agents do all the busy stuff. Individuals for productivity, we were actually getting things done. We're actually moving and actually having the gears cranking and gear shifts cranking. And we're actually cranking out these phone calls and actually having that one-to-one conversation and actually converting that lead from a lead into a client, and that client into an actual profitability and exchange compensation into the property. So that's what we want to focus on. And I want to get you guys to that point as well within the 90-day challenge, whereas we're making phone calls. And that's probably about the prominent of our video is doing the phone calls. But along the way, giving you guys my insight is also a keenness as well, to be able to see that in rare form. And it's not always going to be an individual on the phone. And even sometimes, whereas our follow-up calls may fall into the evening, sometimes the calls are confidentiality. We deal with a high factor of individuals who are facing financial ruts, where their information could be a breach in our fiduciary responsibility. So we want to make sure that we are responsible and respecting of our trustees because they trusted us with their information. And as a fiduciary responsibility, we take and uphold a mantle and assurance that we are keeping those bondings and those bounds and intact. So I wanted to make sure that I relayed that over so you guys can comprehend what I am coming from. And if you can't comprehend, I don't owe you an apology. Goodbye. And focus on actually the fundamentals, and that's actually getting a lead, getting them on the phone, A lot of that processing starts from the initiations of understanding of what we're doing here. If you don't know what we're doing here, if we don't know why we're making phone calls to individuals, or why we're using these leads, or how is this even something an individual could take within their first week of taking serious, and knocking out 50 phone calls in a day, because I have people who can knock that out in a day. I have individuals in the Philippines who can knock that out in a day. They're not 9 to 5 E's. They're not entitlement T's. Okay, these are individuals who need to make a living and make an earnest living, who have families, who want to keep their roof over their head, and they want to be able to perform on their debt obligations, not in the means of utilizing debt, as most common cases individuals are doing nowadays, but they're actually performing in a means where they can actually exchange a value, and in consideration, and be returned value for those matters as well. And in the case may be now they're no longer working a 9 to 5 job, and they're not working 3-4 jobs. They're working one sole purpose, to fulfill that purpose. When they fulfill that purpose in life, then all other endeavors are in an alignment. Because if you're not in alignment, you can't do anything that is going to be subjectively of a productivity base until that very first fundamental ground basis is set in stone, and then you can scale at ease. See, I'm the individual here who want to give you guys the fundamental basis, but I'm also the guy who take you up to scale. So I like how everyone who has that balance of getting individuals at a fundamental beginning basis, which is good. I like that. That's good for individuals. But getting to scale is where individuals need to be. To build a team is where individuals need to be. So I want to make sure that you guys are building with inside of ease, so that you guys can get the knowledge that you need. Okay, so I'll say it again. Fundamental basis, get you guys started so that you guys can have that ground basis. And then once you get, as Nipsey Hussle said, who's a rapper, an American rapper who said a lot of influential things before his unsudden death. He stated that once you get the hustle down, then you stockpile. So once you get the understandings of what we're doing here in real estate, why we make leads, calls, why we write them out beforehand, why we get the bases down first, and then you'll understand why a lot of what I say is important than just getting on these lives and you guys are just seeing me make phone calls for 90 days. I do enough phone calls off screen to do probably 4 of my closest partners, and they're all phenomenal individuals. Fortune 500 companies are seeking this kind of knowledge, but they're not getting it at the fundamental levels that I'm bringing it at, and they're not giving it at scale either. So I separate myself from the market. That's why I'm niche. I'm close to you guys for now, by all means, but I tell you that presence is peace. So my peace be upon all of you, and peace is in fact with me. So I hope it is with you. So maybe something that I said this evening could really hone into you, give you a perspective of what we're doing here, or maybe the background that I gave you of humble beginnings, that you guys can relate to, and that may be something that you can say, hey, well, look, he didn't come off of $1 million high horses, he didn't come off of seven figure bases yearlies. But he came from an actual background where an individual who was of young ambitions. And if you're up in age and you're no longer in my age bracket, then you can understand. And if you are in my age bracket, even more profound, because now you can get a realization that what we've been taught as at our age, that the normalities of just being over broke, just going into a 40, working for 40 hours for 40 years to only make 40%, just to stay just over broke, or working 2-3 jobs just to make it work. I get it. I hear it. I don't get it. I don't want to understand it, but I've been in a position where money was tough. So with due respect to that, I don't respect being humble, because humble means I have to get to a point where I'm okay with it. I say to you directly that if you take this serious as an opportunity, there's a multitude of opportunities that can flow from it. And because you're receiving this information, you're not just here by coincidence. I don't believe in coincidences. I believe that you're able to review you're able to see my presence because there is something within inside of my live video. The algorithms decided that you needed to hear this, so you are hearing this first offhand, and that you can have success inside of real estate. And whatever success you have in real estate may not just be the ends of it. You may go into sales of some other magnitude. Who knows? You might hear something I say, take it and be dealing in cars. You know, you may be somebody who just needed to hear about cold calling and how to critique their cold calls, and you heard me say something that was really fascinating, and you could use that. I didn't trademark it yet, but I can copyright it just by my voice. It's called intellectual property. So without giving out any more of my pardon, I blushed. Without giving out any more of my my means of being able to prosper in an intellectual species and being able to monetize that, I also want to make sure that you guys understand why I say the things that I do. It's reasons. There's reasons and there's factuals behind it. And if you are looking through it as an agent, then you're gonna represent it. You're gonna misrepresent it. Yet if you look at it as a being, and you can get the comprehension of where I'm coming from, as a being too, and presenting it to the individuals who are viewing me, then it makes sense why I want you guys to start off at the fundamentals, why the verbiage is important. When I make a statement, you guys can hear it from me, and then I'll explain it. And then also in the Evimeria library, we have a very extensive comprehensions list of many things that I may say on these lives, such as like acceptance for value, or something as far as it can be something super simple as purchase agreements. I want you guys to get those purchase agreements, because the more purchase agreements that you have in escrow, it makes sense because your buyers are buying those. Versus you guys are having a bunch of purchase agreements that your buyers are not buying, but you're holding on to them for 30 days, whereas it prolongs your growth, and your growth yield curve could be a lot more of an exponential than it would be if it was. You see where I'm going with that? That's why we're different here. So without further ado, thank you guys for viewing. Thank you guys for liking. Thank you guys for commenting. Thank you guys for subscribing. Thank you guys for referring your friends. I cannot express it enough, because you guys are amazing. You guys are one of us, and we do things a very stringent, different. It's different around here. It smells better around here. You smell that? I smell winning, and I hope you guys are too. You have a great evening. Take care. Peace.